This just into CNN. President Trump's acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker has been told by ethics officials at the Justice Department that he does not need to recuse himself from overseeing Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. I want to bring in our justice correspondent, Jessica Schneider. She has all the details on this CNN exclusive. So what are you learning, Jessica?
Yeah, Pamela, we know that the acting attorney general, he has been consulting with ethics officials at the DOJ ever since he was appointed in November. They're telling him he does not need to recuse himself from overseeing the special counsel's Russia investigation. Now, Whitaker has been in these ongoing talks, and it is expected that Whitaker will inform senators later today that the ethics team has cleared him to oversee the special counsel. Of course, there's been a lot of question about Whitaker's ability to oversee this probe. Since before he went to the Justice Department, he repeatedly criticized the investigation, and he talked about the ways that any replacement to former Attorney General Jeff Sessions might be able to effectively shut down the Russia probe by cutting off the funding. So, Pam, for now, Whitaker will continue overseeing it. Of course, though, Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General, he does manage really the day-to-day of all of this.
And you also have some new information, Jessica, on this newly surfaced memo written by President Trump's pick for Attorney General William Barr, in which he slams Mueller's obstruction inquiry in the strongest terms. What does this memo say?
Yeah, he does, Pam. So it shows that William Barr, as a private attorney, he wrote this unsolicited memo to senior Justice Department officials. That was in June of this year, just a few months ago. And he concluded that the president's interactions with the former FBI Director James Comey did not, in his view, constitute obstruction of justice. So, of course, this is one of the issues that is still under active investigation by the special counsel. And, of course, if William Barr is confirmed as Attorney General, he'd be overseeing Robert Mueller and that exact investigation into obstruction of justice. So his opinion, Pam, really does matter. What a source told our Laura Jarrett is that Barr has discussed the fact that he sent this memo with the president. And of course, Barr has told the president that it will likely come up as part of this Senate confirmation process. So the president is fully aware. Rod Rosenstein also addressed it this morning, Pam, and said that he didn't share any information with William Barr. And he said that sometimes it's typical that these people send in their opinions to the Justice Department, but it does not affect the investigation. Pam?
You mentioned he shared it with the president. No doubt it's probably something the president liked, that he doesn't believe in Robert Mueller's obstruction probe and the premise of it. All right, Jessica Schneider, thank you very much. I want to get some perspective now from CNN legal analyst Renato Mariotti. He's a former federal prosecutor. Thank you for coming on. I want to start with Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. What do you make of what ethics officials told him?
I got to say, I'm very surprised that this was the conclusion they came to, Pam, because when I was in the Justice Department, we weren't just concerned with actual conflicts of interest. We were concerned by any appearance that we may be biased or may not be acting fairly. And given all of Mr. Whitaker's prior comments about the Mueller investigation, there's certainly not only an appearance that he might be unfair, but intense debate amongst the public about whether or not he could be fair. So it strikes me as in the best interest of the department to have somebody else overseeing the investigation. I'm surprised that ethics officials came to that result, and I think there may be more to come on that. It'll be interesting to see if there was any pressure put on anyone or any input given, because these are career officials who typically give very straight down the middle conclusions.
And we should note that while Matthew Whitaker has been acting Attorney General, though, there has been a fair amount of activity from Robert Mueller's team. Under Matthew Whitaker, the president's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, went to court pleading guilty to lying to Congress as part of the Mueller probe. So we should point that out as well. I do want to also talk to you about this memo from the president's new pick for Attorney General William Barr. He sent this unsolicited memo to the DOJ criticizing the special counsel probe as grossly irresponsible, fatally misconceived. What does that tell you?
You know, it was a really interesting read for me this morning. And I have to say, my initial reaction is, wow, there's 19 single-space pages. That must have taken him a long time to put together. I will tell you, when I write things like that for my clients, you know, that's the sort of thing that would cost a client tens of thousands of dollars. So why did he feel so strongly about making these views known, as you pointed out, unsolicited to the Justice Department? And the Wall Street Journal also reported he sent this to Trump's legal team. Was he angling for a job? Did he just, you know, have very strong, heated feelings about the Mueller obstruction investigation? It's really unclear.
All right, Renato Mariotti, thank you very much.